What is up, guys? What is up? Hey, guys, welcome to the live stream. My name is Curtis Riley from The Real Rileys, WAP, aka Preach. And let me show you, you're in the right place if you are married, if you want to get married, or if you're thinking about getting divorced, because this is our marriage channel. We have all sorts of other channels, but we're going live right now. This is kind of crazy, just random, like, hey, we're going live. We're going to talk about some stuff, and you'll be seeing some more live stuff coming up as well around the bend. But hey, we're live on TikTok. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. So I don't know where you're joining us from, but let me know. Type hello in the chat, like with multiple O's, not just hello. It's got to be hello. All right, so type it in there. I'm typing it right now. I might have too many O's on that one, but type it in the chat. So type hello. Let me know that you're joining us. I see a few people jumping on here on TikTok. Welcome, guys. And thank you guys for joining us. Yep, it looks like we're live on all those places as well. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Let me just say, what are we even doing here? I'm excited, but what are we doing? We're talking about gift ideas for married people. I figure with Christmas or St. Nick's Day coming around the corner, then this is a good time to give you some gift ideas. And what I have, we have on the realrileys.com/links, which is in the description. It should be in the description. If not, just go to the realrileys.com/links and you can find our recommended products. Click on recommended products, and these are tons of things that we have. I've already made these. I have 95% of them or more I actually use, own, and enjoy, and that's why I would recommend them. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want to show you, I want to walk you through some of those things. So check this out, and I will show you some things. Again, you go to the Real Rileys. If you're at the realrileys.com, you just click on links, and then it'll take you here. And I want to share with you, I've got a bunch of lists here. I'm kind of always adding to this. So let me go through here. These are some good gift ideas. If you are married, something that you can get for your spouse that your spouse is going to be like, this is awesome. So let me give you some things that you could do that, especially if you're like, man, I don't have any idea what to get my spouse this year. So the first thing we got on the list is we're going to talk about technology. So you click right down here, it'll expand. PlayStation 5. Listen. There's no Xboxes over here. PlayStation. I've been PlayStation 1 all the way to PlayStation 5. I still have them all, and they all still work, and I play them with my sons. PlayStation 5, you got a VR. That's super fun. This VR is the updated version from what we have, but it is crazy. It is some mind-blowing stuff using that VR. Man, I'm gonna tell you too, if you are, I mean, honestly, if your spouse likes video games and you don't, and you're just like, let me get this, I'm just gonna play with you, that can be a gift in itself, just spending some good quality time doing that. So here's a remote. You're gonna need at least an extra remote, get some for the kids. And again, if you click on these when you go here, it'll take you right to the product and you can purchase those. And they are affiliate links where we do get a small commission, but we do get a tiny bit. It's kind of like a partnership. It's a win-win for everyone. So and this is stuff that I have. Here's some headphones if you're going to be chatting online. And then this is an external hard drive for your PlayStation. So if you're like me and you have tons of digital download games, then you can grab that and you can get tons of extra games. And it's, an easy way to do it, and it's portable. Here's a TV. I noted on here that we have the 75-inch, which is awesome, but this Roku TV is pretty sweet. Like we like it. And the cool thing about it is it has tons of channels, free channels, that it's just like, what in the world? Like endless free channels. It has a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle channel where that's all they play. I'm not saying I watch it all day long, but maybe I do. So no, I don't do that, but it's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite channels. But you got the MacBook, the Air, you got the iPhone 16. That's the phone that I got. I think we got it last year, but they're still pretty new, pretty nice. I think you can get the 17 too now. Here's the Wonder Boom Bluetooth speaker, man. I use this speaker like all the time. I take it to basketball. I use it as a setup for what you will see below. There's a mini projector. What we'll do is we take the mini projector, we set up the Wonder Boom, and somewhere in here, whereas I'm going to come down to it, but you'll be able to find it as well. There's a Bluetooth 1/4 inch. You'll need that. You get that Bluetooth 1/4 inch, and it will connect your Bluetooth speaker to your mini projector. So then you can have some like really good sound quality coming out of this mini projector, shining up in your wall in your bedroom. And we love having movie nights doing that. So awesome gift if you want to do that. You got air tags. Those are really good if you're trying not to lose your keys, or if you're trying not to lose your kid. Timmy, where'd you go? Type in the just say just like do the emoji with the hand raise in the chat if you have ever lost a kid. Come on. Someone be honest. Someone be honest. Come on. Type it in the chat. You know you've lost one of your kids before. I think I lost both of them at one point. Not for very long, but it's one of those situations where you're in Old Navy and they're hiding in the clothes rack or behind all the jeans and they think it's funny and you're like, "Oh, where's my kid?" But anyways, that happens, right? So there's little things here like this to connect to your keys. And then there is even down here, there's a donut. You get this little donut necklace, slap it in there, put it on your kid. I like doing that when we go to like big events or like we're going to a football game and there's thousands of people. I want to make sure I don't lose my kid, so I'll throw that on there. Here's a security camera. This one's good. I like getting cameras that have SD slots so you can store all of the things or a lot of the things right there on the camera. You don't have to pay every month for storage. Here's some PlayStation earpieces, portable charger. I was just using one of these the other day. Sad thing is I didn't charge it, so it only charged for like 3 seconds. Yeah, win for me there. Here's a Bluetooth. I use this too, Bluetooth keyboard. I use this to kind of walk. I'll show you guys that sometime. Subscribe to our other channels, and I'll do on the how-to channel. I'll show you how I kind of have a standing treadmill where you can kind of work and you can do that at the same time and multitask. Here's a case. That's a good little cheap, affordable case. Here's some cables for charging. There's my old Mac that I had. I think my new one's up top. iPad case, Bluetooth earbuds. I use these things all the time. I love them. They're super tiny. They're portable. The only bad thing about them being so tiny is like you could lose them. I've never lost mine. Knock on wood. That's not wood, but we're knocking on it anyways. Here's a little thing where you can charge your phone in your car and you can play your phone over the radio. So that's cool. Waterproof case. And then here's the iPhone 16 waterproof case. This was really, really affordable and it works great. I've taken tons of underwater pictures with my phone. No problems whatsoever. People are like, where'd you get that? Or my favorite thing is it doesn't even look like a case. And people be like, what? You got your phone in your hand. Don't do it. Don't jump. I'm like, it's got a case. It's all good. Thanks for telling me though. It's better than not telling me, but you can't even tell it has a case. Here's a new screen if you want to attempt to try to do that, and a cover for your watch. And I think I put the Apple Watch up in here somewhere as well. But I love the Apple Watch, man, especially if you're trying to get in shape. So let me get back here. There's a bunch of stuff that we got to go through here. Tech was a big one. I'm not going to go through all of these, but here's what I'm going to do, just because I'll literally be here all night. I'm just going to fly through these. Here's the hot tub. If you are married, you want to get a gift for your spouse, get them a hot tub. Greatest gift I ever received was a hot tub. I think the greatest physical gift that someone gave me was a hot tub. So we got chlorine here, the grit getter. I'm making a video on some of this stuff as well. I got a bunch of YouTube videos on my how-to channel on my hot tub. Here's a bunch of gear and all the stuff that you'll need for your hot tub. But get a hot tub. You won't regret it. Inflatable hot tub. Use it 1 year and you've already gotten your money's worth out of it. Let's go to household. Here's some household things that you can get. Murphy bed. Awesome. It's a cabinet looking thing that you can store stuff in, but then also folds up against the wall and then pulls down when you need an extra bed or you have company. So you can use your room as a multi-purpose room. I use it as an office. And then if somebody needs to stay the night, boom, pull it down. Casper mattress. Next thing on here. I love my Casper mattress. Like, it's so comfortable. And I don't know. Maybe I'm picky. I guess I'm picky about mattresses. I didn't like a purple mattress, just being completely honest. Like, I could feel the little knobs in it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what your favorite mattress is. But these are just good gift ideas. And if you got other ideas, put in the comments too. I want to know more gift ideas for your spouse, for the household. You've got like a dresser. Here's a rug. Amazon or Alexa. I mean, Amazon Alexa is good. Air fryer, automotive vacuum. Let me just tell you, I remember my dad. My mom will never let him forget. I think their first Christmas, my dad bought her a vacuum and he was so proud of himself. And she was like, No, no, that's not it. That's not the one. Don't do that. Do not buy an automotive vacuum for your wives, men. Don't do it. Learn from my dad's mistake and don't do it. But there's a bunch of household stuff in here, mostly remodeled. Hey, there's the vacuum. Don't get the vacuum. Here's some journals. I've got journals now. If your spouse doesn't have a journal, take notes on Sunday or to as you read and pray. I've got a couple journals that are now up. Here's some Christmas lights that I use. So there's some ideas for things around the house. I'm going to move into automotive and then I'll hit motorcycle. I'm going to fly through these because there's a lot of things. But if you're a chick that's into cars, here's some good tools. Here's some good fun stuff that you can do, especially some of this vinyl spray. It's peelable, so you could use that, and you don't have to worry about like ruining your vehicle. I sprayed the whole top of my car, and I was just like, let's just see what it does. So anyways, you got a motorcycle. If you've got a motorcycle, there's a helmet. That's the helmet I use. The Bluetooth headsets that I use, they're affordable. A pipe, an extra helmet. If you're like, hey, I want kind of more of like a budget friendly helmet. This is just a fun helmet mask. That's fun. You got to get kind of an open helmet to go with that. Some LED lights, a couple other things that are kind of fun down there. One of the things that I always get, frame sliders and throttle cramp buster, stuff like that. So check that stuff out. If you got somebody who's into motorcycles, that would be a good thing for you. Let me hit some books because books, I talk a lot about books as well, but let me hit some of the marriage books. There's other books that are kind of like Christian books. There's my journals as well. Some of the marriage books, His Needs, Her Needs, fantastic for you and for your spouse. Love and Respect, fantastic for you and your spouse. Marriage on the Rock, fantastic. I'm telling you, I'm not just saying that either. These are like my top books. I've read a ton of books, but these are the top ones. Love Dare, 5 Love Languages. You probably heard of those 9 lies that will destroy your marriage. Those are all really good gifts if you want to get those for your spouse and you are married. Movies, let me get over here and I'm just going to jump. One of the best things you can do is have your own little movie night, do a little date night. Here's some really good movies that you can get. I'm adding to the movies as we go, but I've got a couple more on there. And the big thing is VidAngel. I've talked about this before on some of my other channels, VidAngel and Angel Studios. You can get that. You can use the promo code, The Real Rileys, to get a better deal, or you can click on this link. And what you can do is you can take most of the streaming things. I think Disney Plus they're still working on, but most of them you can get on there and you can just filter out the bad things. You can take out the cuss words, you can take out the violence, whatever you want. So check that out. You do not want to miss that. If you're into health, again, I've talked a little bit about this, and I'll talk about this more on the how-to channel, health and fitness. You're looking for good gifts. You got watches, you got, different snacks and things that can help you stay in shape. Those are all really good. And let me just say too, if you're like just jumping on, comment hello, let me know that you're joining us. I'd love to have you guys join us. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. And what we're doing, we're talking about Christmas ideas, gifts for Christmas. If you're looking for good Christmas gifts ideas, you got health. Here's some things too. If you got a dog, here's some really good stuff for your dogs. I'll talk more about that on the how-to channel as well. But this is just some of the essentials that I'm like, man, if you're getting a dog, you got to get this stuff. And especially, I'm telling you, bro, you got to get this shock collar. And the thing I like about it is you don't have to shock. They call it static, right? Sounds better. But you don't have to do that. You can just buzz them, you can vibrate them, or you can beep them. And my favorite thing is you can control the volume of the static, the level of the static. Some of them just like, just like shock your pet. And it's like, whoa, do it to yourself first. I did it to myself on all the levels first. I did it on 100 and it felt like my hand was on fire. I would never do that to my dog. So you got to turn it way down. But that's one of my favorite things about that one is that you can control the power that comes out. There's a couple other ones like sports. I'll just open that up so that you can see if you're into sports and athletic things. Here's a couple of things that you could check out. Toys, if you've got kids, if you're married and you have kids, these are just some. I've just started this list too. Some of our favorite toys that we have. Like this year, don't tell my kids, we're getting mini RC cars. There's a little Jesus. I love hiding Jesus and finding Jesus. We kind of use it as like an elf on the shelf. A Kato is always a big hit. Legos, we got some Lego stuff. Laser tag, these Nerf guns. Like my kids love that stuff. Not me. Well, I buy it for me, but my kids end up liking it too. Some fashion stuff. This is good too. Especially, I don't have any women's stuff on here yet, although these shoes do come in women. But if you click on fashion, I just started this list here, so it's pretty small. But there's some of the shoes that I just got, and I love those shoes. So if you want some fly kicks for your spouse, that's a good idea. If you want to grab those, there's some snacks. Um, if you're just like, hey, they got a sweet tooth and you want to get them something that tastes good. There's something about this apple juice, guys. I don't know what it is, but the apple juice is heavenly. So grab some apple juice. The root beer is pretty good too, and it's just $1. It's $1 for each one. Last thing on here, and then I will show you one more thing. So really two more things. Last thing on here would be the games. I went over this a little bit. Exploding Kittens, awesome game. Throw burrito is good. Taco versus burrito is good, and my 6-year-old can play it and understand it. He's a genius, but your 7-year-old can keep up with it. That's a joke. But Chameleon's really fun. Monopoly Deal. This is the game that I said in my last live that, man, you are going to need help if you play this game. You're going to need to download the freebie. And I don't know if I even told you that yet, but go and download the freebie. I'm going to be giving away 25% off to all of our online stuff to one person who downloads it, or message me and say that you already have downloaded, and I'll check it and I'll be able to see, and I'll pick somebody to do that. But Monopoly Deal, we've got a freebie of conflict resolution, and it's just the conflict resolution rules combination if you're arguing and things like that. But Monopoly Deal, it's going to make you you're going to need the conflict resolution. I'm telling you, you need the conflict rules if you play the game. It's a good way to lose a friend, but it's fun and it's quick. Uno Wild, another good one for kids, because you can play any card that you want to play. And then the last thing that I want to show you just really quick is deals, discounts, and trials. Kind of like if you click on this, it'll take you to everything that has to do with marriage, any type of deals, programs, platforms that you would be interested in, like VidAngel, all the links for that, the good stuff. I've got that all in one place. I'm going to do a separate video on that. So make sure to check that out. And then also, I want to say this too. If you want to support us, that would be awesome. And we would appreciate you guys if you want to support us. You can go to, let me pull up here. You can go to therealrileys.com if you want to get your free gift. Like I said, your free gift, the conflict rules, it's a PDF, and it's a course that you can take with a couple videos and bonus things in there. And then if you want to donate, you can go to therealrileys.com/support. But everything is at therealrileys.com/links, and you can click around and find it from there. But I kind of tried to make it easy for you guys. So make sure to check that out. And if you guys want to support us, we would appreciate it. We are looking for support so we can really kind of start making a lot more content and really be able to focus on making helpful content for you guys. So comment what you want us to make content about. Comment what you want us to make videos about. Comment what questions you have about marriage, about parenting, about divorce, any of that stuff. So we want to talk about it, and we want to help you with it. So I see a bunch of people still joining us here. Saying hi, somebody's sharing this as well. So yeah, if you know somebody who, I'll tell you, that's one of the easiest ways to support us is if you see our content, whatever you're on, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're on everything. We're on literally everything. So follow us there. And one of the best ways you can support us is if you like it, if you comment, and you share it. If you do that, almost all the algorithms are like, hey, this is good stuff, and it'll show it to more people, which helps us to get a wider spread audience, and so that we can do this even more. So make sure to do that. We appreciate everything that you guys do. Don't forget to download your freebie. I'll put you in the drawing for that. And I am going to end with prayer. So I know marriage is difficult and divorce is difficult, and I don't have all the answers when it comes to any of that stuff. But I do know that God has a lot of answers, and God has a lot of wisdom when it comes to that, because he's the one who created marriage. So I just want to pray for everybody really quick. And yeah, so let me pray for us, and then we'll get out of here. So what I used to say in church. So dear God, we just thank you for today. I thank you for everyone watching. I thank you for people who are looking for gifts for their spouse or their kids, that you would guide them in the right direction, and then help everyone to appreciate their gifts and feel that love. And thank you for the gift of Jesus that you have given us. I just pray for all marriages that you would strengthen them. I pray for anyone that's struggling with divorce or going through divorce, that you would help them to to heal their broken marriages and do a miracle. And we know that you can do miracles. And so we just pray that you would do that and work in people's lives, strengthen marriages, reunite marriages, and even people who aren't even married yet, give them good dating, pure dating relationships. So in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So, hey guys, thank you. I probably forgot some stuff. I don't know, but we'll be back on here live anyways before long. So thank you guys for joining us, and keep it real.